What are the top 72 things you would love to totally experience now in this eternally infinite singularity moment? For me, it is to blow this thing away. So I want to ask the question again, like, what are the top 72 things you would totally love to experience right now in this eternally infinite singularity moment? Like, what are the top 72 things your sacred pure heart wants to totally experience right now in this eternally infinite singularity moment? This moment that is a singularity itself, that never has a beginning, that never has an end, and it just somehow exists. Like this eternally infinite singularity moment is that which is not, and that which is not is maybe transcendence. I don't know. Just joking with you. Got an awesome video for you today, and got a list of 72 things that I personally wrote down that I wanted to experience, and many of them came true already. But we're gonna find out, you know, which ones came true, which ones didn't come true, or which ones are happening right now, and which ones are gonna happen soon. And we're gonna be, basically the whole purpose of this video is to show you to become a magnet, to be a magnet, not any kind of magnet, but with some strings attached, you know, a kind of magnet that really magnetizes your own truest, purest, highest, darkest and brightest self, that magnetizes your own spiritual, ethereal energy, eternal light essence into your own being right now, on your outside and your inside, so you can automatically become the things that you want to experience, become that which you want to experience, like be that which you want to experience. So because when you're being that which you want to experience, that thing has no choice but to be magnetized to you, because you have like this thing, like you're just like, you're like magnetizing everything to yourself. And the thing is, you're not putting so much effort every single day to magnetize things to yourself or to attract things. You're just being a fucking magnet, a magnet that is attracting everything to you. Like, you become the magnet itself, and everything around you, like the whole universal cosmic infinitum, it moves this energy, it dances with you in a playful manner. So this thing, I just found it the other day on the street. Like, this is like this bicycle locks. Just wait for that to pass. Those bicycle locks, and I just saw it and I'm like, that's pretty cool. I liked it and I picked it up, and before that I saw this Tesla parked there, and like one of the Tesla played this, like what I want is I just see it as the personification, or the next stage of, if you have seen the Knight Rider series back in the like 1990s or whatever, or 2000s. I used to watch that as a child, and I totally loved the car concept and everything. And when I saw the Tesla, I was like, dang. I was like, that thing is definitely what I want. It's like when you want something, when you truly know that you want something, when you have absolute conviction, when you have absolute faith, like absolute conviction, absolute faith, but you incorporate the element of trust, you incorporate the element of belief, you incorporate the element of action with awareness, and you incorporate the element of being, like those things, then you become something very magnetizing. Wherever you go, everything and everybody around you is kind of like magnetized to you. They just project these smiles to you. They look at you in a certain cute, sexy way. They admire you. Whenever you're doing things, they interact with you. They say hi. It doesn't matter, but you just feel within you the energy that people are projecting to you. It's not the kind of energy that would make you fearful or make you angry or sad or dispassionate or miserable or something like that. It's a different kind of energy, because you're being a different kind of magnet. You're being the kind of magnet that is attracting infinite abundance, eternal harmony, peaceful unity, and joyful love and luminous light to you every single moment. Because you have automated your system, you kind of connected it with these cables and wires and you know, whenever things happen, they just automatically comes to you. And I want to do a quick experiment here. Ooh, that kind of broke. I don't know if you can hear the sound, but when you hear it like this, it makes this vibration, this frequency, it dances, and that's the same thing with your life. Like when you're dancing to your own song, when you're dancing to the song of creation, when you're dancing to the song of Om and Om, when you're being the key of life itself, this is meant to symbolically represent the Ankh and the cross and things like that. When you become the key of life itself, when you become the embodiment of the truth, when you become the embodiment of the reality itself, when you become the embodiment of singularity, or whatever you call that, that which is not, whatever you call that which is the source of everything, that which sustains everything, that which constantly regenerates, destroys and transcends things, and that which is the absolute, the transcendental absolute source creator of everything and everybody and all of us, everything. I'm just gonna quickly check if the video is recording or not. Yes, baby, we are recording. And right now I'm in Dinsgate Square. Behind me, that's the Blade that's being built. That one is the Elizabeth Tower, and with Victoria residences. They're pretty nice buildings. And I've been in the UK for about 10 years, and about 9 years in Manchester. Just wait for that to pass. And I've seen how this city has totally been transformed in the past 10 years alone, the past 9 years alone, and totally blew my mind. And towards the end of the video, I'm going to show you the other buildings, like the main buildings, the 4 of them here, right in front of me. And in the morning, I had this idea, like I wanted to, like they have like this little garden there, this Dinsgate Square Towers, and I wanted to go in there and ask them if I can do a video there. And I could feel myself having a resistance to it. Like I could feel there was something in me having a resistance to something like that. Because from the roof garden, you could see the whole building behind me. And then I tried a different location down there, didn't like it. And then I came here and found this little hill. So you can see the view much better. So we can have a nice interaction. And so I went there in the reception and I said, hey, as you can see, I'm not a resident here. And she was like, oh, you're here to your resident. I was like, no, I'm not a resident here, but I wanted to run a quick idea with you. And then I said, would it be okay if I did a quick video on the roof garden? And then she was like, no, because you need to get permission from the renoker, the developer. And also she was like, even if it's a promotional video, you gotta ask them. And then we were chatting about it. I think her name was Claire or something, can't remember now. She was a very lovely, amazing being, a very amazing goddess there doing her job, and we just had an awesome chat. And I was like, just shake hands. I was like, thank you. I just wanted to, regardless, just run the idea with you, because it's something like my heart wanted to do, but I didn't care if they were going to let me do the video or not. I was not attached to the outcome. I don't give a fuck about them whether they reject the idea or not, because even if they said yes or no, they were not going to say no or yes to me, the being that I am. All she did was she said no to the idea itself, not to me, because we just had an amazing chat and we just laughed about it, and I just left and I came here doing the video now. But the act of me going there, the action with awareness and actually experimenting with something that I thought I wanted, or something that my temple or my awareness wanted to experience, my consciousness, I went there and openly and willingly I was willing to just experience that. And I just magnetized that experience and just had a fun with it. And regardless of what the mind, the body, the cells, the atoms, the emotional feeling thought waves, regardless of what they said, I went along and did it anyway. I just pushed through the resistance because I was not afraid of the outcome, because I was not attached to the outcome. And that is a very fundamental principle entertaining lesson for you is, like, it doesn't matter what you define as what you want. It is critical that you be extremely precise in the things that you define to become and to want, that you want to experience. But you must not be attached to how it's going to happen. You must not become too attached to the way it's going to happen. You must not be attached to how it's going to happen, or when it's you choose when it's going to happen, which is the now moment, in the eternally infinite singularity moment right now. That's why I said, what are the top 72 things you would totally love to experience right now in this eternally infinite singularity moment? Because the how, it's up to the universe, it's up to the universal cosmic infinitum, it's up to the transcendental absolute source creator. It knows how to make it happen. You just define the end goal, like what kind of things you want to experience, because you choose. It has given you absolute freedom of choice in every moment to choose exactly what you want to experience. And if you can't be bothered to define what you want to experience, then fuck you, because you're just going to be running around life and experiencing things that you never want to experience, that doesn't even serve you, that is not even of any value to you, that doesn't even help you, your inner ascension, your enlightenment, your growth, and you becoming your own truest, purest, highest, darkest, and brightest self, you embodying and becoming and being and magnetizing on the inside, on the outside, your own spiritual, ethereal energy, infinite light essence that would radiate like the whole universal cosmic infinitum. If you cannot do that, then why the fuck are you even here? Like, why are you here on earth for? Like, what are you on earth here for? Like why are you in this cosmic garden? Like, what for? What is it that you want to experience? Like, what do you really fucking want? And remember, this is for adult entertainment only. So yeah, now let's go move on with the examples. I'm just gonna put this thing on this side. Ooh. Feels pretty nice. Let's get on with it. But before we do, let's do a drip check, because a couple of weeks ago I was just going to see my Transcendence extended family, and I was passing by this high school or something, and there was this guy. He was saying, "Yo, you look bare drippy," and I kind of understood from his energy that he was complimenting, saying you look very stylish and shit like that. But I didn't know the meaning of drippy, and I googled it last night, and I'm like, what does drippy mean? And there were a few meanings that were like weak or shit like that, but then I saw this slang term which basically said like, wait for that to pass. The only disadvantage with this location is that there are cars going and coming, and I kind of knew that before, and I wanted to make that trade-off, that sacrifice, which is a very critical point for the rest of the video as well. So drippy is like cool, sexy, and trendy sense of style. I mean, if we do a drip check, like if you check my cool sense of style, my sexy style, do I pass the drip check today? Do I pass the drip check now? I mean, every single day you look at yourself in the mirror and you wake up and you're looking after yourself, you know, you're doing your massage, your makeup, whatever, your beard. You're basically doing a drip check. And in the film industry, in the filming, when the actors and supporting artists and everything, when they go in, obviously they check in first, and then the first thing they line up for costume. They basically do a drip check to check your cool, sexy, and trendy sense of style, to make sure that your outfit matches the role, the character that you want to play in and play as. Because if your outfit does not match the things that you want to experience, the things that you want to attract, then you're not going to be able to attract that, you're not going to be able to experience that inside of you and on the outside. And then after the costume, after the drip check, they do a carefree makeup, which is like carefree basically means free from anxiety or responsibility. Because when you go there, you sit down, you have no anxiety, you have no fear, you have no responsibility, because as the makeup artist, it's their job to ensure that your face and everything, your whole makeup and hair, everything is absolutely immaculate. Like pixel perfect, picture perfect, because in the movies and everything, the cameras are so fucking huge, like a tiny little hair that is like up, they can see it like a fucking string like that. So that's what I mean. When you become carefree about how your experience is gonna come, when you become carefree about the attachment and you let go of the fear and anxiety and responsibility, then you become completely free. You become completely liberated, and you just be in a state of non-existent, dimensionless state of beingness. You be like a non-existent, dimensionless state of beingness, that you are being everything that you want to experience right now. That you're being the embodiment of that which you want to experience. You're being the embodiment of that which you want. And when you're being the embodiment of that which you want to experience, when you're being the embodiment of that which you want, and when you're being the embodiment of that which you truly desire and want and need and want to experience and shit like that, and when you're being the embodiment of non-attachment to your desires, to your goals, to your dreams, to your plans, and things like that, and when you have absolute faith and you have surrendered all that which you want to the transcendental absolute source creator, to the universe, to Allah, to God, whatever you call that thing, to spirit, to the self, then you become carefree. Like, you become truly invincible and indestructible. You don't give a fuck how it's gonna happen. You just have absolute conviction, you have absolute faith, you have absolute trust, you have absolute excitement, you have absolute honor, you have absolute embodiment, you have absolute certainty, and at the same time you have absolute uncertainty, knowing that the things that you truly want, that your truest, purest, highest, darkest, brightest self wants, the thing that your sacred, pure, untamed, cosmic heart of gold really wants, it is already a reality. It has already happened in its infinite variation and in infinite version. So with that being said, gentlemen, I've done a drip check, but as we're gonna go through this, I'm gonna do a drip check and basically show off my self outfit, the garment of spiritual, ethereal energy, light, eternal light essence that the self within me wears, on the inside, on the outside as well. This is just a simple reflection of that. And then I'm gonna show off my spiritual outfit, my mental outfit, my emotional outfit, my physical outfit, which is, as you can see, my financial outfit, my architect outfit, my creation outfit, my transcendence outfit, my source outfit, my archangel outfit, my garden outfit, my ascended master outfit, my L-013 outfit together, which basically becomes the Transcendence Infinite Merkaba, the 013 dimensionless being. So with that being said, dear beloveds, let's continue with the examples I got with you, 72 of them to be precise. Now what I want you to do is to be in a state of carefree, in a state of bubbly. Like, bubbly is the next word I wanted to share with you guys. So bubbly is like full of cheerful high spirit. So I want you to be really bubbly, in a state of high cheerful spirit like me, and also be carefree. Do not be attached to what I say. Do not be attached to how this video is gonna go. Do not be attached to the things I'm gonna share with you, the experiences that I personally have experienced and want to experience, and I'm already experiencing them within me. It's just a matter of the cosmic synchronization for the universe to synchronize a few different things together, so that thing that is already a reality within me is manifest, it's shown to me on the outside external environment, which is, there is no difference between the two. And also be in a state of bad drippy, where you're being very, you have a sexy sense of, a very cool, sexy sense of a style. You're just having fun, you're just playing. It doesn't matter if you're watching this video with your boxers in the bed, or you're fully naked, or you're watching it in the toilet, which I don't know why the fuck would you watch my videos in the toilet. If you're taking a shit and watching this video, that's cool, no judgment on that. Enjoy both of them. If you're having sex and you're watching this video, cool. I don't know why you would do that, but humans are weird, you know, humans are strange. They do really bizarre things, they do very odd things. Like, look at that, like, isn't that bizarre? To a plant, to this thing that is this tiny, looking at that tower there being built, it looks bizarre to you, doesn't it? To that tower, this thing looks bizarre. And maybe I'll put it right here. Maybe you're watching this in your office, at work, or you're walking and you're listening to the audio version. That's cool. It doesn't matter what medium, what channel, it doesn't matter how you're watching and listening to this and watching, observing and studying and enjoying this entertainment, this wisdom, truth, reality imbued entertainment. All that matters is that you be in a state of non-existent existence where you're just being carefree, you're being bubbly, you're being drippy, and you're just here to be entertained. And in that state of laughing and being entertained, the actual wisdom, the actual truth, the actual spiritual, ethereal energy, eternal light essence that is manifesting, that is being expressed through me, that is me, is gonna get drilled in every cell, every atom, every tone of your being. Because the universe already happened. You already happened. You have already happened in your infinite varieties, in your infinite diversity, in your infinite variation, in your number 19 variations or number 18, I don't know, like millions and billions and zillions of variations. That is you. This is you, just another you, just a cell. All I am is just the transcendence singularity self cell inside of you, like cell number 0 or atom number 0 or particle number 0, whatever you call it. And I'm just, it's outward physical manifestation, and coming here and saying, hey, let's have some fun, let's transcend infinitely. And it doesn't matter how you want to transcend yourself infinitely. It doesn't matter what transcendence means to you. All that matters is that you recognize, that you acknowledge, that you accept, that you embody, that you're already transcending yourself infinitely. The person that you were a minute ago, a moment ago, is not the person that you're right now. It doesn't matter how you think you have not changed. It doesn't matter how you think you have not experienced the things you wanted to experience. You're changing, you're evolving, you're inner ascending, you're growing, you're becoming something greater every moment by moment. Maybe you're becoming something like a moron every single moment by moment. It's your choice whether you want to evolve and ascend or devolve and descend. It's your choice. You have completely freedom of choice. So with that being said, also make sure you break your fucking finger by liking and subscribing. And also, if you don't like the video, click dislike. And also in the comments and everything, write down the top 5 to 10 things that you totally love and enjoy about this transcendence session with Transcendence Royal Anwar. And also write down like the top 5 to 10 things that as feedback, as suggestions and ideas that I could integrate, that I could experiment with, that I could orchestrate in my next videos and everything, make them more fun or shit like that. Yeah. And also, you know, if you're, wait for that thing to pass again, so pause. And also, if you're in some other parts of the world and you want to see a certain part of the Manchester City Centre, or maybe you have a request, you want me to do a video there and show you around. That is cool. That's an idea, you know. If I say yes to that idea, cool. If I say no to that idea, don't be offended. Like I gave the example of me going to Deansgate Square and asking them if I could do a video in their balcony so you could see that building behind me in full view. They said no, but I said that's cool, no problem. So now I'm just gonna quickly turn the camera and show you the building. There we go. That's called, I think, Elizabeth Tower, Victoria Residences, the Blade. It has a little twin there as well. This looks pretty cool, right? So yeah, and also I will, towards the video, towards the rest of it, I will reveal to you 2 links where you can get a document that has a question that says like, what are the main things that you want to experience in your self dimension? Like, what are the top 13 things that you want to experience in your spiritual dimension? Like, what are the top 13 things that you want to experience in your mental dimension? Like, what are the top 13 things that you want to experience in your emotional dimension? Like, what are the top 13 things that you want to experience in this physical dimension, on physical reality right now? What are the top 13 things that you want to experience in your financial dimension? Like, what kind of financial experiences would you like to have? And what are the top 13 things that you want to experience in your architect dimensions? Like, what are the things that you want to architect for yourself, for other people? What kind of services you want to architect? And what are the top 13 things that you want to experience in your creation dimension? Like, what kind of things do you want to create? Like, what kind of things do you want to build and create and sustain and run? And what kind of experiences would you like to have with the creation itself? And what are the top 13 experiences you would like to have in your transcendence dimension? What are the top 13 experiences you want to have in your source dimension? What are the top 13 experiences you want to have in your archangel dimension? What are the top 13 experiences you want to experience right now in your guardian dimension? What are the top 13 experiences you want to experience right now in your ascended master dimension? And what are the top 13 experiences you want to experience in your L-013 dimension? So together you have 13 times 13. I don't know what number that is, but that's like the total you would want to define. And when you get access to this document, you don't have to define all the 13 in one go. You can define 1 or 2. I recommend just define at least 3 3 experiences for each of the dimension. You can write more if you want, but then you're gonna come back to the document, add more and 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 more. Because the more you keep coming back and adding different things, the more fun it is for you to know, hey, is that thing really what I want to experience? You add more details to it, you add more precision to it, you add more specificity to it, you get extreme clarity about exactly what you want to experience. And when you have extreme clarity about what you want, to experience, that is the source of your absolute faith. That is the source of your absolute conviction. That becomes the source of your absolute trust. It becomes the source of your absolute excitement. It becomes the source of your absolute honor in yourself. Because when you have absolute clarity, you have absolute precision, you have absolute specificity about exactly what is it that you want to experience. When you're being precise with that, then you're telling the universe exactly in a full coded language, in a full algorithmic language. You're basically putting a full program, a full-fledged, a complete program, like an app, inside the divine matrix, inside the universal cosmic infinitum, which is like, it's a spiritual, ethereal energy, eternal light essence program, an app, an application, an app that you put into the matrix, into the universe, and it dictates that universe. It gives it exactly precise instructions. Hey, here's what I want. Here's by when I want it, which is always the eternal now moment. And also you write down, hey, I am not attached to the outcome. I am not attached to how it happens, because I have absolute excitement, I have absolute faith, I have absolute conviction, I have absolute trust in you, in that which is invisible, in that which is like the source, because it is infinitely intelligent, it is infinitely wise, it is you. There is no difference between you and that. And when you do it like that, then the universe conspires with you, as you, and it moves its energies around and dances, and it manifests absolutely all brand new realities for you, with you, in a co-production, co-creation, co-directing, co-dancing, co-living, co-being manner, where you're both having fun, you're in a perpetual dance of you're in a perpetual dance with the intelligent cosmic consciousness, using your own pure Kriya awareness, using your own emotional feeling thought wave mastery, using your own transcendence naked observation within the web of transcendence grid of joyful love, luminous light, peaceful unity, eternal harmony, and infinite abundance, which is the web of emotions that connects the whole universal cosmic infinitum as one singularity dimension, as one dimensionless dimensional being, as one being. And when I say the web of emotions, the web of energy in motion, because look around you, is energy ever stagnant? Do you ever see something like that? If you look at like a pond of water where the water is stagnant, what happens to it? If there is no water coming in or going out, if there is no movement in the water, if there are not like fishes or birds or shit that's moving and creating ripple effects, something like that, then that water becomes stagnant, it becomes smelly, and it kind of gets rotten. The same thing, if you're not moving and if you're not dancing, if your energy is not in motion, then it is getting stagnant, it is getting dense and dense and dense and dense and dense and dense, to the point where every cell, every atom, every tone of your being has become like just this dense thing. Where it's like, instead of you being like all yellow and colorful and everything, you're condensing, you're like that, and your energy, your field, your atom and everything becomes like that. But it is still very chaotic, very powerful, very dense energy. All you gotta do is unmemorize, unlearn, but first you must acknowledge that you're in a state of devolution. You must acknowledge that you're in a state where you need some help, and you need to grow, you need to evolve, you need to change things, you need to get more clarity about what you want. Because when you do that, you're basically unfolding. You're basically unfolding your own emotional feeling thought waves. You're basically unfolding your own magnificence, your own being, your own desires, your own wants and needs. And you're basically, in that state, you're unmemorizing that old pattern, you're unmemorizing that old self of you, you're unmemorizing and dememorizing and letting go and relinquishing the old things that you wanted to have, that you wanted to experience. But with the new awareness, you have realized that they were not really what you wanted. That is cool, because in each moment, you have absolute freedom of choice to create absolutely all brand new reality for yourself. And when you're always in a state of like this, contraction, expansion, but it happens automatically because it's not happening like this, because the atom is both an atom and a wave at the same time, but it is neither. Like a wave is a wave, but also like atoms and particles at the same time, but it is neither of them. And when you completely free that energy, that emotional feeling thought wave, then you bless it with some joyful love, luminous light, peaceful unity, eternal harmony, and infinite abundance, and some other stuff that you like to express to it. Really high vibrating, bubbly, which is high spirited, cheerful energy to that thing, and then you just let it go. So it can be used as fuel to manifest, to magnetize so it can be as fuel to power the engine, so it can magnetize all these experiences that you want to experience, all these things that you really want to have. And with that being said, beloveds, I am gonna now switch to going through some of my examples very rapidly, and that will be it. Just gonna quickly check the camera as well again. Cool, we're at about 35 minutes or so. Look at that. Apparently that thing cut my finger. So yeah, sometimes when you're going through your journey and you're learning and evolving, there will be some bloodshed inside and outside, but you then just turn that as a fire yajna, as a sacrifice, because like I said, you must make trade-offs, and the best trade-offs is to trade off the old version of you, the old desires and needs that you have, because they're very dense and very chaotic, all the stories and everything, your traumas, your wounds, your suffering. You can use them as fuel to run the engines, to run the engines of your mothership, your rocket, your spaceship, so it can run forever, so it can get more fuel, more fuel, more fuel, more fuel, more fuel, more fuel, more fierce, more fuel, more fierce. And it never ends, because energy is infinite, energy is singularity. Yes, bro. Apparently what I'm doing here seems to make these other people that are passing by laugh. I don't know why, but I think it's just my energy being bubbly and cheerful and carefree and drippy and all of that. So with that being said, let me take out my other and we're gonna read some of the examples from here. So I have a list of like 72 things I wrote down. This is the summation of the past 25 years of my non-existent existence here on earth, but it's really the summation. It's really started from like 2015, after I met my first number 0 business mentor, Jim Rohn. That is when I really started paying attention to my own personal development and my own ascension, my own self transcendence mastery and all of that. And where I am today, right now, the person that is doing this video, it fundamentally began, it had its inception genesis in 2015. But the person that I was that had its inception genesis, the person that I was in 2015, that was having those experiences, that was able to make the decision to transcend myself, that person had its inception genesis on 31st of July 2012, when I first dropped into Manchester from Islamabad, Pakistan on an airplane, and I was like, pretty cool. But the person that I was on 31st of July 2012, it had its inception genesis in 2011, when I first went from Afghanistan to Pakistan. That was the first time when I went outside of the country that this body was born in. But the person that I was in 2011 had its inception genesis in 1997, when this body was born, when this body was manifest using the elements, using the energy of Mother Earth. And one day when my awareness logs out of this computer, this Transcendence Quantum Fractosis computer, this Transcendence Infinite N0W, this body will be given back to Mother Earth. Because I didn't come here with anything, I'm not gonna take anything from here. This body belongs to Mother Earth. It is part of Mother Earth. It is a part of its consciousness. All I am inside is just an awareness, a non-existent awareness, a non-existent dimensionless state of beingness where I'm not even here. So yeah, example number 1. And as I'm reading these examples, then you can make your own decision which example is for which dimension, like maybe it's a spiritual one or a mental one or a physical one. But I'll give you some examples to make it more clear for you, so when you're writing your things down, the things that you want to experience, you can use my example as an inception genesis template to guide your emotional feeling thought waves in different directions, in different patterns, so you can have an awesome experience and enjoy yourself and be more bubbly, more drippy, more carefree and shit like that. Royal loves transcending every human being and living in joyful love, luminous light, peaceful unity as one cosmic family. Like when was it? On the 10th of August was 8, September is 9, 10. On the 10th of October 2021, a couple of days after my DMT experience, I did the next version of this, like a major redoing everything in my Self Transcendence Mastery, and everything you have been going through this Transcendence Singularity Self Bundle, this series that you're watching on my channel and everything, these documents I'm sharing with you is this new version that I'm sharing with you is the synthesis, is the summation of all the past 25 years, but specifically the 2018, 19, 2018, 2019, 2020 and 2021. 4 years, and now we're in 2022 when I'm doing this video, 5 years together, because in 2018 I became a completely new person where I made the decision that I'm going to start my own business, the TranscendenceAcademy.com, the Transcendence Foundation, the Transcendence Kriya Sangam, and Royal Anwar.com website and things like that, which I originally started in 2016, 1 year after my evolution. So the person that I was in 2018, it had its inception genesis in 2015. So you can trace your existence backwards and connect the dots, because the past is both the past, the present, the future, and the now. The future is both the future, the present, the past, and the now. You can live in either of them, but they don't really exist. They're just mirrors for us to see what we truly want, to see what we have always wanted before, to see what we have experienced it before, not Tushi, the thing, to see, or Tuhi. Royal loves seeing every soul, every being absolutely living in abundance, living abundantly in every way, shape, and form here on earth. So these are more like the self dimension. Royal loves seeing every culture, every nation, every community united and living in harmony with each other with absolute trust and faith. That's about New Earth Evolved Humanity. It's still about again, like each of these experiences I've written down, it covers all the 0 to 13 dimensions together, like each one of them. And it says Royal loves freedom of expression of fellow souls in their own unique ways that do not get laughed at or criticized for being different. I mean, the way I am presenting myself, the way I am just being my own truest, purest, highest, darkest, and brightest self, has apparently been the talk of the town for many people, and they're gossiping about me, they're saying shit about me, and there are people that tell me about that in the dream vision, and I say them, yeah, I know, I don't care. And then I have like people, family members and things like that, they're telling me, hey, people are gossiping about you, they're saying this and that and that. But I was like, I don't care, it doesn't affect me. Before it used to affect me a little bit, but I just use that as fuel, the things that they throw me, the energy and everything, I just suck it in and eat it and just transmute it and transcend it and neutralize it and use it as fuel for my Transcendence Quanta Fractosis Merkaba, for my own Transcendence Infinity Merkaba, for my own Transcendence Eternity Merkaba, for my own Transcendence Singularity Merkaba, for my own Transcendence Merkaba. So the things that I want to experience now, they become magnetized, they become supercharged, and I experience them in their own truest, purest, highest, darkest, and brightest self. And the things I want to experience, they become manifested more quickly. So when you go when you're wanting to live your life the way you want to experience and live it, people are going to say shit about you, they're going to criticize you and things like that, but it has nothing to do about you. It has everything to do about who they are within them. Maybe you're being a certain way and they want to be that certain way, but they have judgments and they are judging other people, and they are being afraid to be their own truest, purest, highest, darkest, and brightest self, because they are judging other people and they're afraid that they're going to be judged. But we gotta cut that cycle, we gotta break that shit, we gotta break those patterns. They're not welcome here. Fuck them. Cut them off using your magic wand. Woo! Royal loves seeing people confident and absolutely believing in themselves and their abilities to do things, learn, grow, change, evolve, and transcend themselves again and again and again forever. Pretty simple. That's more specifically about dimension number 8, the transcendence dimension. Royal loves seeing us all live in divine respect and honor with our environment and every culture, being, animals, birds, stones, plants, trees, etc. around us, especially loving our cosmic garden and her cute kitty spirit. Like, that's more specifically about dimension number 5, the physical, number the 4 physical, number 5 financial, and number 7 creation, which is like Ariya or Prakriti, or this whole universal cosmic infinitum. It's just I love people living in harmony with the nature, with Mother Earth and her spirit, because this planet, the same way as every other planet, every galaxy, every universal cosmic infinitum, is a being. The same way you are. Royal loves working with extremely professional and joyful souls who produce amazing commercials for products and services that actually empower people to transcend themselves in different ways, realizing and fully embodying their own truest, purest, highest, darkest, and brightest self. That's to do more with my like commercial modeling and acting and being a supermodel artist and things like that. Like right now I am performing. Right now I am being an ascended master, a professional. I'm just dancing, I'm playing with you, but at the same time I am, think of me like as a host, like a host of this show. I'm just hosting the Self Transcendence Mastery with Royal Anwar, also called Self Transcendence Mastery with Transcendence Royal Anwar, also called Self Transcendence Mastery with Royal Anwar Transcendence. It has different names, the same show. Royal loves being an inspiration and source of light, wisdom, understanding, compassion, confidence booster, specialist, strategist, healer, coach, mentor, guide, guru, master, helper, soul friend, fellow adventurer, fellow weirdo for all. Royal loves fully comprehending what consciousness is, what happens in our subconscious mind, and why the heart has more power and sends more data to the brain than the brain does to the heart. Like, I wanted to experience and understand like what consciousness really is, like what is awareness, like what is the source of consciousness, what is the source of awareness, like what is telepathy, what is the source of telepathy, like what is eternity, what is the source of eternity, what is infinity, what is the source of infinity, what is singularity, what is the source of singularity, what is the now, what is the source of the now, what is this moment, like what is the source of this moment. Like, those are the deepest questions we can ever embark on understanding and trying to experience and figure out and live and then share it out with the world. Royal loves to have fully developed dynamic Greek god physique that is fast, powerful, and has intense endurance. Like this sacred human temple body vessel container that I live in, it is the most resilient one. It is very intense, it is very endurant, it has a very intense stamina, but sometimes it gets a bit tired, a bit exhausted, because I push it to beyond the absolute extreme ends. I push it to its absolute extreme limits. I pushed my own awareness, my own consciousness. I went to the absolute extreme edges of consciousness, to the absolute extreme edges of awareness. And when I went to the absolute extreme edges of consciousness, I found awareness. When I went to the absolute extreme edges of awareness, I found purity. When I went to the absolute extreme edges of purity, I found telepathy. When I went to the absolute extreme edges of telepathy, I found my bestie, the transcendental absolute source creator, which is the singularity itself, which is the infinity itself, which is eternity itself, which is the now itself, which is this moment itself. This, I call it Om, absolute neutrality, transcending duality, vibrationless, transcendence, being. Oh. It's called the vibrationless transcendence being, where it is vibrating in such a state of equilibrium, in such a symbiotic way, in such a state of homeostasis, in such a state of immaculate pure consciousness, pure awareness, pure beingness, that it is vibrationless, that it looks like it appears as infinite, it appears as eternal, it appears as singularity, it appears as infinite diversity, infinite variations, when in reality it is just one singularity, like 1 0. Royal loves going on exotic adventures, doing the most mystical things and visiting the most amazing places around the world, is spreading my pure love to every corner of the world while anchoring the thrice great grid of joyful love, luminous light and peaceful unity in key consciousness hotspots around Mother Earth. That is to do with the transcendence grid that connects like the 0-13 dimensions of the whole universal cosmic infinitum as one. It's symbolically shown in the transcendence infinity Merkaba as those red lines going between them. That is the web of emotions I was talking about before. So that is to do with more like, again, multidimensional, about each of the dimensions, about the physical, the financial, the mental, the emotional, the spiritual, the architect, the creation, transcendence, the source, archangel, guardian, ascended master, the self, everything. Royal loves seeing people realize their truest, purest, highest, darkest and brightest self, and waking up from their cryo sleep to the oneness of all and connectedness of everything. Royal loves seeing people happy, playful, relaxed, calm, and creatively expressing themselves without compromising on trying to fit somewhere or try to do what everyone else does and what the specific culture that they're in do. That's what I mean. Like the biggest gossip that I'm apparently hearing right now is from the Hazara people, from the Hazara culture, from the people in Afghanistan and shit like that. Because again, there's no judgment in that, but they're, when they see me like a Hazara or like an Afghan, whatever, because I'm neither a Hazara, neither Afghan, neither British. I do not belong to no culture, no religion, to no spiritual group, to nothing. I do not belong to anybody, to nobody. I have no masters, no guru, nothing, no shit. They gossip about me, shit like that, but I understand it has nothing to do with me. All I'm doing is I'm just being a translucent diamond heart pure mirror, being my own self, being my own transcendent singularity self. And when they're watching, observing and studying me, they're projecting their own judgments. They are trying to awaken from their own cryo sleep. They are trying to, instead of awakening in a state of joyful love, luminous light and peaceful unity and harmony and infinite abundance and things like that, they're taking the other path of like gossiping, like judging me and gossiping and shit like that. But I'm choosing to not judge them back. I'm choosing to not gossip about them. I'm choosing to not project hatred towards them. Because if I do, then that field, that energy keeps going back and back in a loop. It never ends. And that is hell itself, isn't it? And that is me breaking those patterns, breaking those loops without really doing anything, because it's just my energy, my presence here is doing everything through me. The same way you are a magnificent being. You are a blessing to this planet. You're a gift. And your quintessential, magical, mystical presence here makes this cosmic garden of ours more magical just because you're in it. So know that you deserve absolutely everything that you want to experience, absolutely everything that you want to have, absolutely everything that you want to see, the places you want to go. And so far I've given you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 examples, 12 examples that are all non-physical. Like 99.9% of the things I'm sharing with you here has nothing to do with materialism and things like that. It is more like pretty much 120% spiritual, ethereal energy, eternal light essence. Because what is this metal thing? Like, what is that? What is that? What is all those things? Aren't they in their fundamental principle, in their fundamental state, Isn't everything spiritual, ethereal energy, eternal light essence? Aren't you that? Maybe you are, maybe you're not, but have fun! Oh my God, nearly fell down. The sunshine is pretty hot today. Royal loves seeing wars, hatred, killings, injustice, misery, pain, illnesses, control, programming, and simulated realities get completely eradicated from the face of Mother Earth, from the face of Aurea. I just gave you an example about that thing. Royal loves building proper businesses with fully systemized systems, end-to-end, fully developed and mystically designed products and services that are all priced high and have structured promotions running all the time and attracting the soul family clients whose very purpose of existence and self-defined destiny is to change the world in miraculous ways never thought of and never dared before. If you want to build such a businesses, if you want to build such vehicles of ascension businesses, if you want to have such levels of enlightenment and awareness, and if you feel you want that kind of thing, then reach out. Maybe I'll probably consider you as a soul family client. Maybe I'll let you in my business transcendence mastery course, partnership, sacred wisdom giving temple promise delivery platform. That is just one word, where we answer questions like how might we heal our vehicle of ascension business so that it can perform at 144,000% energy level and fulfill your sacred soul-led but self-defined cosmic purpose, cosmic vision, cosmic destiny, cosmic faith, cosmic reason of existence, cosmic purpose of existence, cosmic this, cosmic that, so that you can be of greater practical, implemental, functional service to humanity right now, in this moment. If you want to have such experiences, reach out. Let's talk. Ooh. Let's put the antennas up so the energy is flowing down now. Or up and down, doesn't matter, same thing. This one, Royal loves acting as the main roles in dramatically amazing movies, really being a mystical actor who is able to masterfully play any and all roles in the exact way the director tells me, all with the smoothness, finesse, gratitude, joy, love and playfulness never seen before, that completely transcends the environment that I am in. And I got like around 8 to 10 different movie scenes I got to be in as a newbie and shit like that, but it was really fun. And I could feel, I could experience, like wherever I went, whatever scene I was in, my mere presence was transcending that environment. It was like, because I was just being a goofy, a playful, a bubbly, a carefree, a drippy child, a 0 to 13-year-old child, just radiating joyful love, luminous light, peaceful unity, eternal harmony, and infinite abundance. I was just blessing everybody and myself and having fun and dancing with them and being playful, because I wanted to experience things like that. And I defined it and I wrote it down, and then I had the experience, and then I went back, used it as a feedback to improve the experiences I wanted to have, so they could become immortal, so they could be infinite things that I want to have. Like, it doesn't matter which planet I go, it doesn't matter what incarnation I have, it doesn't matter what part of the universe I am in, I am always experiencing that which I absolutely know is the thing that is good for my own highest good, that is good for my own truest, purest, highest, thrice great Mahavatar, ascended master, God, Goddess, self's good. Again, there is no good or bad, but we have a preference on what we want to experience. We have a preference on what we want to choose to experience in this lifetime, in all of them. But let's just focus on this one, because this is your singularity lifetime. This is your nexus lifetime. Because whatever you do here affects your future, past, present, now. whatever you do here affects your past, present, future, now, and whatever you're right now, whatever you're being right now is the same thing you're being in the future, in the past, and all of it together. So you can understand the significant grain of sand gravity of this situation, like Opotolo or the Sirius solar system with the Dogon tribe in Africa. What else? Royal loves experiencing and realizing the deepest mysteries of the universe and what this whole reality or existence is, how it works, why it is all here, where did we come from. Like, those are some fundamental questions that we all want to experience, but I have just been able to define them in such a simple, such a precise, such a clear, such a specific way that I was like, hey, it would be cool if I did some videos about them so you guys could, because you already have these things that you want to experience, you already want to experience these kind of things, and all I have been doing is answering people's desires and wants and needs I've just been anchoring it from the collective awareness and magnetizing it up from the core of Mother Earth. And I thought how come most of these things that I want to experience, how come I see everybody around me want to experience the same thing? And that's what I mean. When you become a prayer, when you become gratitude, when you become love, when you become pure consciousness, when you become pure awareness, when you become pure telepathy, the whole universal cosmic infinitum, the whole transcendence field, the whole of the transcendence akasha field, the whole of the transcendence morphogenic field, the whole of the Buddha body field, the whole opens up to you and you become something truly transcendental. I'm just going to check the video quickly. Cool, we got some more examples to cover. Royal loves living totally abundant in a harmoniously balanced way with a lifestyle of absolute wealth and richness, going on exotic vacations and visiting every country in the world, living in my high apartment and having a cat with an exotic partner whose love is purely unconditional, and that we are aligned on the self, spiritual, mental, emotional, physical, financial, architect, creation, transcendence, source, archangel, guardian, ascended master, and L013 self. That is more about like having a relationship, a partner, a lifestyle. And again, it is specifically written for dimension number 3, the emotional dimension, number 4, the physical dimension, number 5, the financial dimension, and number 6, the architect dimension, number 7, the creation dimension. Those 5 main ones. But it covers all the other 13 dimensions in a harmoniously balanced way, so it covers the totality of it in each dimension. Royal loves traveling on exotic locations around Mother Earth, meeting indigenous people, connecting with them, and being at core consciousness hotspots to supercharge and anchor the thrice great grid of joyful love, luminous light, peaceful unity, while integrating it with other grids and ley lines. I've already covered that, but it's written from a different perspective. Royal loves having his own fully electric and self-driving car that just like the kids that I was watching in my early childhood from the Knight Rider series. I gave you the example early on in the video. It's like, go back to your childhood, because as a child we each knew exactly what we wanted to experience. We each knew exactly what we came here for. But as we go through the whole experience of like the society and all this other bullshit happening around us, your culture, your school, your education and everything, everybody just dumps a lot of the shit on you, and you don't know how to protect yourself multidimensionally, and a lot of the things that you think you want to experience, they may not even be your thing. They may just be other people's things. They're unbalanced, they're not even specific, they're not even clear, that's causing distortions in your field. But when you know exactly what you want, you have an absolute extreme clarity and specificity, and then you are going out there living your life, and then you see the synchronicities where other people are trying to have the same experience but in their own unique ways, in their own different ways, and you just see the common pattern, the common connection between what you want and what everybody else wants, and that's how you connect the dots, like David Icke was talking about. You see the missing link, like what's that guy's name? Missing link. Greg Braden was talking about. Pretty cool stuff, right? I'm just giving those names as examples because I've learned from them. I probably know them from other lifetimes and shit like that. And also George Nuri, Teresa Bullard, Matthias Stefano. What else you got? Dr. Joe Dispenza, Dr. David, the one who wrote Transcending Levels of Consciousness, forgot his second name. Jim Rohn, Tony Robbins, Sam Owens, Grant Cardone, Brad Lee. There was a few other ones. Anyway, there's so many other examples that I've been learning from, that I've been studying from. And the same thing. It's like when you're going out into your life, there's a few examples here about like choosing the right mentors and the right trainers and coaches and things like that, but also being one, becoming one for other people. Because what is the point if you have all this wisdom, all this knowledge, all this experience, all these stories, if you're not sharing it with the world? But you choose the method that you want to share with the world. You don't have to create a YouTube channel if you don't want to. You can just tell those stories wherever you're going, in your workplace, and your contents, in your posts, in your school, in your education, in your job, and things like that. You can share that everywhere around you. Royal loves going on spa treatments and other treatments to look after the Transcendence Temple Zero better, like going on cryo chambers, zero gravity retreats, and psychedelic experiences like ayahuasca. Some of that has happened, some of it is happening right now. It has already happened within me. So it is written, so let it be done. That's what I mean, is when you write things down with extreme clarity, it is as if it has already happened multidimensionally. Royal loves having infinite freedom, security, and freedom of choice and of options to experience things and really just live life and business through my unique, strange, and odd ways and expressions never done before, never even dared or dreamed of before, in ways that truly show that I am beyond time and from beyond the beyond, that all serve as examples and inspiration for all. Always to express my truest, purest, highest, darkest, and brightest self. Never to try and impress anyone. I care not about that at all. And after this I'm done, I'm going to show you these examples on the screen so you can pause it and read it yourself. But in the document that in the folder I'm going to share with you, there will be a picture of these things as examples for you to get inspired from, and also see how similar we are, yet how different we are. Because in that state of oneness, in that state of connectedness, we have infinite diversity, we have infinite variation, and that is a paradoxical thing that truly makes this whole non-existent, dimensionless state of beingness truly magical, truly quintessential, truly magnificent. And one of the reasons I'm doing the video here is that Blade, I was checking out their website, they were talking about quintessential city center living, and I just love that word quintessential, and I've been using it again and again. And that Elizabeth Tower, they have like this garden on the higher floor called like Royal Garden. I was like, that's cool, I like that name. And the idea, like putting a garden in the sky and putting a swimming pool on 48 floors high in the sky, I was like, that's pretty cool. I got inspired by their architecture, by their story, because that building, that tower, has already happened in millions and billions of variations within every cell, every atom, every tron of the architects. Those buildings, there are thousands of people involved in creating it. Those buildings you see on there is at least 1,000, sometimes 5,000, 10,000 people on whole Mother Earth involved in like architecting it, designing it, financing it, driving the tracks, bringing the cement, the resources, and the cranes, and building it, and day by day, and building the outside, the inside, and things like that. The same way with you. Think of yourself as a tower with infinite stories that never ends. And the higher you go, the more experiences you have. Basically, our ultimate goal is always to get to the penthouse, right? Isn't that? Wouldn't every human want to live in the penthouse of those buildings? Or what about those ones behind me? Like, wouldn't you want to live in the penthouse of those towers? Of course you would. Of course you would want that. But you gotta understand, you have already done it. Now I'm just gonna, yeah. You have already done it. Maybe in some other lifetime, maybe you're gonna do it in the future, but we take turns. You know, maybe in this lifetime, some people take the penthouses and some people live in the lower levels below it. Maybe in the next lifetime you go in the top floor in the penthouse and those people live in the bottom floors, or they live in the house and things like that. It's like we take turns. It's like even though we are being compassionate, we are being a little bit selfish about the things that we want to experience, but at the same time we are leaving room for infinite flexibility, for infinite dynamic energy to happen around us. Because when we give the universe enough breathing room, enough flexibility, it will make your dream come true. But in the process of it making your dream come true, it will make thousands of other people's dreams come true with you, with your example. But imagine doing that on a whole universal cosmic infinitum, where the things that you want to experience, the things that you truly want, you do it in a way that it serves as an Inception Genesis template, so the prayers of everybody else gets answered through you, but not as you, because you're not the one answering the prayers. It is the Absolute that is doing it. And so for everything that I've read the examples for you, I mean, really, if you really paid attention, you would understand that it was really not about me at all. It was always about the whole, the new earth evolved humanity. It has always been about the one cosmic family, infinite diversity. It has always been about the eternal one conscious harmonious civilization. It is never about me. I do not even give a fuck about these things. I am already fulfilled, already satisfied within me. But I'm taking extra effort doing this kind of videos and sharing these examples with you to show you that, hey, you can transcend yourself infinitely. And you're looking at transcendence itself right in front of your fucking eyes, showing you how it's done with examples, real life examples. And also have some fun, brothers, because if you get two turns, your energy stops flowing and you won't be able to magnetize shit to your ass. Maybe you want to magnetize something and you magnetize something else. It's like Jim Rohn was giving the example. Imagine you have this pen and I throw it at you like that. I mean, it doesn't do much, does it? But now, let's do an experiment. I'm gonna take some of these strings and I'm gonna attach this metal rod to the fucking pen, and then I'm gonna throw it at you and let's see if that hurts or not. But I'm doing that metaphysically, in a sense. I'm saying, hey, if you're being shallow, if you're saying, oh, I think I wanna have 1 million pounds. I think I wanna live in that building. I think I wanna experience abundance. Come on, that is too vague. You're not giving specific directions, specific guidelines to the whole universal cosmic infinitum. It becomes confused, like Confucius. And you won't be able to implement Sun Tzu's strategies, like the battle is won before it's fought, or the best strategy or the best thing to ensure survival or victory is, I think, to have like a best defensive strategy, something like that. I'm just paraphrasing, whatever. Now we do that. But we're going to take things a little bit further. Okay, if I throw this thing at you, do you think it will have some impact on you? Do you think it will cause a ripple effect in your fucking brain, in your mind, in your heart? If you ask the universe with this kind of specificity, with this kind of power, with this kind of strength, if you throw it at the universe, it will be shocked. It will be like, whoa, what is happening? Why is this guy all of a sudden so serious, so serious? Why is he threatening the universe? Why is he being so demanding? Why is he being so precise? Why is he being so specific? Why is he using the mantras against the universe to make his dreams come true, to make his to make the things he wants come true? But you can do that instead of like fear and judgment and shit like that, or you can do that from a state of pure bliss, from a state of innocence, from a state of bubbliness, from a state of like drippiness, from a state of like cuteness, from a state of like playing and being playful. And in that state, the more power that you put through it, the more intensity, the more specificity, the more the universe likes it. Because the universe doesn't like you begging for shit. Because you're more powerful than that. The moment your body was born into this earth, the moment you chose to come down here, you were given as a birthright, not as a certificate that says you're born in this date and shit. No, that's that. But as a spiritual, ethereal, energy, eternal light, essence, birthright, that you have absolute freedom of choice, every right to experience infinite abundance, to experience whatever that you want to experience. There is no limits. And imagine throwing that at the universe. Bam! God knows what will happen. But apparently Buddha was advising people to not use the word God because of the misinterpretation about what God is, or its energy, or its infinite power and things like that. But still people are using it. Fucking dickheads. That's again the human conditions. Humans are a bit rebel, aren't they? And the universe likes people who are bold and courageous and rebel. Because when you're being bold and courageous and rebellious, peaceful rebellion, then you're showing to the universe, hey, I have what it takes, I can handle it. Because if you don't feel ready, if you don't feel like you can handle it, this goes beyond feeling worthiness. Because we all feel worthy, that is not the problem. It is us thinking that we cannot handle success that is the true source cause of people not living their life the way they want to live. Because when you tell the universe, not just tell it, when you show the universe that you're able to handle infinite success, that you're able to handle power, that you're able to handle multidimensional power, that you're able to have the bow and arrow and be able to contain its power, then it will gift you with infinite more power. But the universe will test you. It will test you again and again and again to make sure that the thing that you want is truly what you want. If there is something that you want and it still hasn't shown up to your life, you gotta get more specificity to it. You gotta get more clarity on that. You gotta change a little bit, optimize a little bit. This thing that I wrote, version 2.3, was on Saturday, 8th of 6, 2019. Version 3.0 was on 26th of September 2019. So June, July, August, September, about 3-4 months later, I made some improvements. And then in 2020, I didn't really make any changes to that stuff. I was just doing it mentally, emotionally, physically. I was just experimenting. And then 2021, I did a major upgrade, like version 4.0, which was on Transcendence calendar day number 12 on Saturday, 10th of October 2021. and then got some more versions and shit like that. You never give up, you never surrender, you never submit. Make the universe bow before you. Make the universe negotiate with you. Negotiate with the universe like a master, like a professional, like an ascended master. Not like as a fucking idiot. Maybe that will work, maybe it will not work, I don't know. Enjoy the entertainment. Cutie, sexy beings, goddesses and gods and shit like that. Royal loves to not distress and worry about finances, like really have at least 10 million pound dry cash notes available at all times to sustain my simple superstar lifestyle and the business for at least 5 to 10 years, even if we don't bring in any new income, so we can smoothly sail through the storms right in the eye. That is still a work in progress. It is happening. I'm already out of that, like having 10 million all the time. Sometimes I have like 10 pounds, sometimes I have 1,000, sometimes 2,000, sometimes like 32,000. It comes in different amounts, and it's just energy flowing in and out of my life without it being distorted. I just bless the money that comes in. I say thank you, arigato, like Ken Honda, arigato, namaste, tashkar, tushkur, tashakur, zinda bashid. Coming more money, come in more money, go abundant money, multiplied, magnified to everybody around me. Royal loves going on skydiving, skiing, freestyle mountain climbing, and exploring cool places on earth, both in water, on land, in the forest, in the deserts, and everywhere else in between. So you can see I am not polarized toward a certain thing. I'm neither polarized towards loving water or loving the rain or the sunshine or the plants or the trees or the desert. I love all of them equally, but I don't love any of them at all. At all. At all. I don't give a fuck about them. Royal loves to go on vacations and luxury holidays with all-inclusive packages in places that are not too packed, and the environment and the people there are balanced, pure, and there to enjoy themselves and having fucking fun in their own unique ways, while being mindful of everyone around them in loving, respectful, and honorable ways, like a little soul family and people of pure hearts and wise souls. Yeah, that's really it. So that is the first page. I'm gonna show you what we've covered so far. So that is all the examples I read out to you, the top part. That is the bottom part. Oh, the lighting is a bit, let's move that way now. Yeah, there you go, beloved. That is the first page. That I'm just gonna do it this way. Those are the versions at the bottom. I'm gonna pause right there so you can read it. But we got some more on the back page. Just changing the angle because the view matters. I like good views. Bare, drippy, bubbly, and carefree self. Like last night I went to see my extended family, and my niece was saying that, you know, you used to be very bubbly and carefree, and I was like, that's cool. But I was like, even though I was that, but I didn't really know I was bubbly and carefree until you really said that. And I was just being playful, I was just being my own self, but at some point I just chose to experience more dense, different aspects of energy, different aspects of myself, so I could know what it's like to be drippy, I could know what it's like to be bubbly, I could know what it's like to be carefree, so I could experience what it's like to be very serious and very not carefree, so I could experience the most unique, compassionate, caring, but carefree, kind, loving, but furious, wise but bubbly, drippy and aware, transcendent singularity self, which I call it Royal Anwar. And then Royal Anwar Transcendence, or Transcendence Royal Anwar, or Self Transcendence Mastery with Royal Anwar Transcendence, like that. So that is what its energy looks like. The bare drippy, like bare drippy is basically a state of being, a state of frequency, a God frequency consciousness, or a intelligent cosmic consciousness, and things like that. And bubbly is just being playful and, you know, incorporating things and having fun, and carefree, just like not giving a fuck about anything really. That is, beloved, the transcendent singularity self. The most unique, compassionate, caring but carefree, kind, loving but furious, wise but bubbly, drippy and aware self of yours, self of mine. It all exists within the Royal Anwar Transcendence Enlightenment Mother Birth that I've been showing with you. That, think of that as the past, present, future, now. The future, present, past, now. But this eternally infinite singularity moment in now, right now, it is neither the past, neither the present, neither the future. And all the 013 dimensions of the Transcendence Infinity Merkaba are within this. Enjoy. So now we come to the second page of the... Ooh. I think I could change the camera angle so you can see the... Anyway, we're gonna finish it in this location. It's cool. I'll do other videos in the other locations. We covered that. That is the last page. Okay, we got another page of awesome examples. We're gonna speed it up. And also make sure you watch the rest of it, because I'm going to reveal to you where you can get access to the Google Drive, Dropbox and Microsoft OneDrive folder, where you can get access to the document that has like different questions for each of the dimensions, so you can define exactly with extreme clarity, with extreme precision, like what are the top things that you totally want to experience now in this eternally infinite singularity moment. Like, what are the top things you want to experience? What are the top things you would totally love to experience right now in this eternally infinite singularity moment, as your self dimension, as your spiritual dimension, as your mental dimension, as your emotional dimension, as your physical dimension, as your financial dimension, as your architect dimension, as your creation dimension, as your transcendence dimension, as your source dimension, as your archangel dimension, as your guardian dimension, as your ascended master dimension, and as your L013 dimension. So all those 013 dimensionless beings, or all those 013 dimensions, if you cover them holistically in a state of symbiosis, in a state of homeostasis, you become dimensionless, where you are able to transcend yourself infinitely because you're not bound by any of the dimensions. If you're too spiritual and you don't cover the mental, the emotional, the physical, financial and other dimensions, then you're imbalanced. If you're just focusing too much on money, then you're leaving out all the other 12, 13 dimensions. You're imbalanced. And whenever there is imbalance in your being, it causes distortions in your field, in your own transcendence morphogenic field, in your own transcendence eternity field, in your own transcendence singularity field, in your own transcendence field itself, in your own transcendence Merkaba field. And your energy exchange with the universe becomes distorted. It becomes imbalanced. It's not dynamic. Maybe you're giving too much all the time, or maybe you're just taking and not giving enough. But you gotta balance it. but they experiment with both of them. For if you're too generous all the time, giving all your money and resources and everything, just put a bit of break on that shit. Experience what it's like to not give all the time. But if you have been like taking all the time, just taking shit from everywhere and gathering and accumulating, give a little bit, experience what it's like to give and share. Give your wisdom, give your inspiration, give your story, give your money, give your clothes, share your space, share your contents, share your wisdom. I don't know, do things, experience, have fun, see what it's like, and get swifty, 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 swifty. Fun times. Royal loves attracting the right soul family clients who are actually all in 120% and wholeheartedly dedicated to empower every human to transcend themselves. The ones who have surrendered and submitted themselves fully to the one source creator and has committed to be an eternal servant of humanity. Those whose every breath, every word, every action, every thought, every feeling, every piece of wisdom and tools and strategies they create, and every single moment of their life is dedicated to this one ultimate mission, which is transcending, empowering every human transcend themselves. And as every human empowers themselves transcend themselves infinitely, the one cosmic family of infinite diversity becomes infinitely transcended. And as we infinitely transcend on a cosmic scale, the eternal one conscious harmonious civilizations become infinitely transcended. And that is what we are, the eternal one conscious harmonious civilization. We have always been here, we will always be here in some different shape, form or another. And maybe if you're watching this, maybe you were a dinosaur before, maybe you were a crocodile, maybe you were a plant, maybe you were a tree, maybe you were an ant, maybe you were just some molecule in shit. Maybe you were a piece of metal. But now you're in a human body, in a sacred human temple body vessel container, and you got all these wants and desires and all, you want this, you want that. Come on. You already got everything you need. You already have everything you want within you. It's already inside of you. This whole universal cosmic infinitum has happened in every cell, every atom, every tone of your being in its infinite variation. And all we're doing through this process of Self Transcendence Mastery and all of this, we are cherry picking and we are choosing from a preferential state. We are choosing, hey, I want that experience, mix it with that experience. Yeah, take a bit of that experience, mix it with that. Now make it a twice great experience. Make it precise, make it concise, make it detailed. Add some numbers in there, add some specificity to it. And if you have so far listened to my examples, you can see I am neither asking the universe nor begging it. I am writing it as if it's already happened, as if it's already a reality in its own multidimensionality. Because so let it be written, so let it be done. When you write it as if it's already happened, you're basically putting this metal rod in the ass of the universe and saying, hey, fuck you, it's already done. Now make it happen in a transcendental way. Make it happen in a more magical way. Surprise me. Yeah, you say, surprise me. Say, hey universe, here's everything I wanted, everything I want, but I've left infinite space available, so you can then show me other experiences, other amazing magical experiences, moments that are even better than what you wrote down. But it's never against what you wrote down, because it's just showing you the same experience that you wanted to experience, but in a more magical way, in a more transcendental way, in its own truest, purest, highest, darkest and brightest self. Because each piece of thing that you write down, it is just you. It is just a reflection of you. It's just a version of you existing somewhere in the universe, already living that thing every single day, being that thing. And when you're being a magnet, you're basically magnetizing the energy of all those other infinite versions of you across the whole infinitum into this being that you're here right now. But you gotta understand that those other versions of you doing the same thing, and that exchange of energy is infinite. It never ends. It's a very sacred thing. So sacred, you just gotta put it on top of your fucking head and wear it as your glory crown of shamanic and DMT king and queen bullshit. Royal loves building my business and program, creating and innovating new trainings and materials to help my clients, being of service again. Royal loves teaching and helping others, which I'm doing now. Royal loves doing the work with my clients and taking them through my program, simple. Royal loves owning and filling my apartment with flowers, roses, trees, plants, and in-house smart garden to have a beautiful and luxury workspace in the corner of my sky-high 64 plus floors up apartment in the financial capital of the world, right at its core. Like, I already have an apartment in Manchester, somewhere here in Dinsgate. I already have an apartment in London, somewhere in Canary Wharf. I already have an apartment in New York. I'm wearing this shirt that says New York on it, 89. I already have an apartment in other places in the universe because it has already happened on a spiritual, ethereal energy, eternal light essence, fundamental reality. All I'm doing is just chilling, just being bubbly, just being carefree and not giving a fuck. I'm not trying to force it to happen too quick, and allowing room for the universe to, as it makes my dream a reality, it makes thousands and millions and hundreds and billions of other people's dreams a reality through the infinite energy that I'm radiating. It's very powerful, it's very sacred, these methods. Royal loves to donate money to support new earth and evolved humanity conscious projects and soul-led mission works to empower every human to transcend themselves through scientific self and business transcendence mastery wisdom. I'm doing that right now. I'm doing that every single day. I am being that. I am magnetizing it and dancing with it and playing with it and chilling and getting swifty. So yeah, dance bro, dance girl, get sexy. I mean, you're already sexy, but surprise, I am back. I never left. I have always been here. You have always been here. Royal loves spending quality time with my partner, going on adventures and visiting beautiful places. Royal loves doing commercial modeling and meeting and working with awesome people. Royal loves doing high-paying commercial modeling and acting performances with the most love and light, unity-aligned souls and companies who truly and sincerely put the well-being of humanity and Mother Earth at the core. Like, yes bro, like be specific about what you want. If you want to get into acting and modeling and things like that, be specific about what you want. Like what kind of companies do you want to work with? What kind of energy you want to surround yourself with? If you already have a energy healing business, a light working, life coaching, career coaching, confidence coaching, quantum healing hypnosis, NLP practitioner, if you have a coaching, mentoring, training, wisdom giving, consciousness expanding business, or you want to have one, then be specific with the kind of soul family clients that you want to work with. Be specific with the kind of services that you want to create. Be specific with the kind of energy that you want to embody and express and share and channel. Royal loves building the proper business systems, tools, strategies, funnels, marketing campaigns, and programs that are truly from another dimension. That's to do with the business. Royal loves managing a sustainable company and doing the necessary finances, administration, support, and overall branding management. can see how I'm being specific about how I want my company to be managed and run and shit like that. Royal loves learning, creating, and improving myself and my business and my life. Royal loves getting clients and delivering profound results. You are my soul family client watching this right now, studying it, observing and enjoying it. You may not be paying me with money, with physical money yet, but you're already paying me multidimensionally with your spiritual, ethereal energy, eternal light essence on the whole universal cosmic infinitum. Because my dreams, my desires, my goals, my needs are being manifested, are becoming a reality or a reality because of me, because of you, because of all of us. We basically collaborate on a cosmic scale, and every single day we make different people millionaires. That person buys their house, that guy buys a new car, that guy gets a new girlfriend, that girlfriend gets a new boyfriend, that woman gets married and they have a child, that girl breaks up with that girlfriend, with that boyfriend, or girlfriend gets a new girlfriend, or that building gets built, or we send people to the space station, or some tsunami happens and everybody is helping out, or whatever happens, we're always helping each other. It's just an individual process, an individual transformation, but always a collective collaboration, a collective dance, a collective freaky, drippy, carefree being. Hey, shake your ass, shake your ass. And as I'm doing this, guys that are working here, they're building this stuff, they're just watching me like, this guy looks entertaining, he looks pretty interesting. I don't know if you're thinking that, but I'm getting that energy. Or at least I would prefer them to have emotional feeling thought waves towards me like that, because I am being the embodiment of that within me. It's just my energy interacting with him and his energy interacting with me, and we're just having a sacred moment the same way I'm having a sacred moment with you. Royal loves taking the Transcendence Goddess on carefully thought out and pre-designed dates and experiences that we both like and enjoy, have fun and truly appreciate each other without any conditions or judgment, go on magical dates, buy her gifts and doing crazy things together, while serving as pure examples of God-Goddess union and symbiotic relationship that inspires millions of people in a very spiritually harmonious way, always mirroring the truest, purest, highest self of all, especially couples, soulmates and twin flames and sacred divine unions across the world, regardless of their cultures, religion, ethnicity. That is to do with having like a partner or like a consort. And there is another video in my YouTube channel that says like why twin flames and soulmates are a thing of the past, and why and how sacred divine unions are a thing of now. Make sure you check that video out, it's very powerful. Royal loves to fill up my apartment and Transcendence HQ with amazing crystals, art and specific objects that represent important concepts that make the core Inception Genesis templates in 3D, so our consciousness automatically mirrors it, and so does the millions of souls across the world that see them throughout the transcendenceacademy.com, Business Transcendence Mastery and Self Transcendence Mastery platform. On our video channel, social media platforms and everywhere else, we have our blessed presence. Always, always, always in a very subtly simple way that work on the conscious, subconscious, superconscious and unconscious and heart portal of the fellow souls, which are all designed to awaken them, awaken unity in them, and awaken the intelligent cosmic consciousness in every cell, every atom, every shred of their being. That is about very powerful, it's very long, because the intention that you put behind it, the emotional feeling thought wave that you broadcast in as intention, the spiritual ethereal energy, eternal light essence, the intention that you broadcast with the things that you want determines more of what you get than the actions that you put in. Because if you truly do it with the right intentions, then the universe already makes it happen with the snap of a finger. It has power to override. You can give the universe power to override your judgments, your biases, and your fears, and this and that may be blocking the manifestation of your truest, purest, highest, darkest, and brightest desires and needs and wants. But don't be running around 24/7 trying to manifest things. Like I've been saying throughout this whole video, everything that you want is already a reality inside of you. It's already a reality in every cell, every atom, every strand of the whole universal cosmic infinitum. All you're doing is you're magnetizing up the energy from the quantum realm, and you're fractalizing down the energy from the fractal realm, and you're using your hands and mixing and merging them together, and you're being in a state of receptivity. If you're not being open to receive, then how can the universe give you? You must be receptive. You must see it. You must open your eyes and see that it's happening in front of you. Even though it may not be happening, even though you may have doubts, you just act as if it's already happened. You act as if you're already becoming a millionaire or whatever. You act as if you're becoming a spiritual master. You act as if you're having, as if you're mastering yourself. You act as if you're mastering your spirituality. You act as if you're mastering your mentality. You act as if you're mastering your emotionality. You act as if you're mastering your physical body. You act as if you're mastering your finances. You act as if you're the master architect of your reality. You act as if you're the creator of your reality. You act as if you're the transcender of your reality. You act as if you're the manifestation of the source. You act as if you're friends and besties with archangels and one with them. You act as if you're a guardian warrior. You act as if you're an ascended master. You act as if you're an L-013 dimensionless being, and soon enough you will be that. You will become that. But first you must have absolute faith in yourself, absolute faith in that which is not, absolute faith in the universe, absolute trust in yourself, absolute conviction, absolute excitement, absolute bubbliness, absolute craziness, and dance and get freaky. Do 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 do. Okay, Royal loves to buy mentorships and training programs and invest in deep learning and explorations of the mysteries of the cosmos. Royal loves to buy essential and high-end softwares and tools for my business that enhance our productivity, performance, and value delivery system end-to-end, like providing mystically transcendent services and client transformation journey experiences that truly empower our soul clients to transcend themselves and their soul clients too, eventually every human on earth. So you can see the intention behind my business. So you can see the intention behind my non-existent state of existence. Because the intention, the why, like thank you Simon Sinek, start with why. When you start with the intention and you have the end goal in mind, the thing that you ultimately want, then from this place, where was that thing? It's like this. I'm going to show you the drawing now. It's like this. When you're being in a state of receptivity right here, in this one, and you know the end goal, you know what you want, you know the end game, and you're being open in the middle, you're letting go of the things that you want, you're letting go of the how it's going to happen, and you're in this eternally infinite singularity moment, you're being a zero, a container, then all the energies of the things that you want becomes magnetized to you in the middle. Because it is already a reality in the future, it is already a reality in the past, and in this now moment, you're just being that, you're living that, you're experiencing it, you're feeling the emotional, feeling thought waves of the things that you want. Let's continue with our example. It's like this: when your energy is dancing and vibrating, it's magnetizing all the things that you want to experience. And the thing is, when the things that you want to experience, when it's energy, it comes to you, it is going to attract similar energies to it. That is how other people's prayers gets answered through you. And you don't even do anything, because you're just being the prayer itself. You're setting very highly intentional objectives, goals, and experience, and desires, and dreams. It doesn't matter what you call it. Everything that you're going through is an experience. And the sooner that you realize that, the better it is, because when you look at everything as an experience is neither positive nor negative. It is neither bad neither good. So if you experience poverty, cool, amazing. I've experienced poverty a lot of the times. And I've also experienced what it's like to have money and freedom and the things that it can buy for me and the things that can help me experience. And I love the two. But at the same time, I don't love any of it. I call it absolute neutrality, transcending duality, vibrationless, transcendence, being. Oh. It's being bubbly, right? Carefree. Royal loves to upgrade the quality and standard of my lifestyle in every aspect, from the self, spiritual, mental, emotional, physical, financial, architect, creation, transcendence, source, archangel, guardian, ascended master, and all 13 dimensions, as well as other dimensions, to live in a more harmoniously balanced and supernatural lifestyle of absolute divine abundance. That this is important, that naturally overflows through my anthem pure cosmic heart of gold to millions and gradually to billions of people in a very silent and almost anonymous way that never attracts unnecessary attention, never gets written about in the news or gets publicized on the TV, that bring in unwanted energy, that take our focus away from the only thing that truly matters, awakening unity and unity consciousness in every cell here on earth and steadily across the cosmos. And because I had that thing written, because I had the intention, the energy, the container within me, the boundary, the standards, the principles, this whole Manchester thing that happened, and they put me on the news and saying this guy is damaged the monument and shit like that. But all I did was I wrote down gratitude, appreciation, love, and unity. But my method of writing was something strange, wasn't it? Like I had this Buddha crystal. I just wrote it not in English, not in Arabic, not in numbers, but I wrote it in a spiritual, ethereal energy, eternal light essence language that we all speak. But even though it affected me, even though they're going through the whole court and all that bullshit, it took my focus away from the main thing a little bit. But I used that as an experience to see what the whole legal system and everything is all about, to have a more multidimensional experience, to see what other people are going through, to feel what it's like to go in the court. Because and I saw these ladies, this guy and this girl, and the lady was crying. Apparently she had some court case, and then I saw this long list of people having different court cases every day. That is okay, because if you're just correcting disputes and disagreements professionally in a state of like masters. So to me, really, the only thing that matters, the only thing that I give a zero fuck about, is awakening unity and unity consciousness in every cell, every atom, every tron of every being. Like I am being unity itself. Like when you be unity itself, then unity consciousness awakens in you, and you see everything and everybody around you as one being, as oneness. And you feel connected to everything. But in that state, you recognize, you understand that because we are one thing, because we are connected, there is infinite diversity, there is infinite variation. and then you start appreciating and valuing the diversity we have here on earth. And you start appreciating the diversity of the things that you want to experience and want and desire. Because the more diverse, the more multidimensional the things that you want to experience, the better it is for you. Because the more balanced experience that you have, the more you learn and grow and have fun. Because when you're having fun, when you're doing things, when you're experiencing, when you're learning, the universe is learning through you. The universe is having those experiences. The intelligent cosmic consciousness is having those experiences through you, as you, with you. The awareness is getting transcended. And energy is playing and dancing, and this whole universal cosmic infinitum creation, this whole universal cosmic infinitum garden of ours keeps evolving and transcending, and because the universe awakened itself. The universe has always been here. The universe is self-created, and we are the universe. There is no separation between you and the universal cosmic infinitum. You exist inside the universal cosmic infinitum, and this whole universal cosmic infinitum exists inside of you, in every cell, in every atom, in every tron of your being. Royal loves to support my one cosmic family of infinite diversity more and more in many ways, both spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, and in other dimensions. This is the manifestation of the things I wrote down a long time ago that I wanted to support and be of service on a greater practical, implemental, functional, and experimental way. Royal loves living in my dream lifestyle, living my dream lifestyle. Royal loves working out and becoming fit as fuck. Royal loves making money, giving back to the community, and helping others. Royal loves being relentless, driven, and hyper-focused, committed, and all in. Royal loves communicating effectively and clearly with people. Royal loves understanding, reading, and being empathic with people. Royal loves taking amazing and creative photos and photo shoots. Royal loves taking his partner to amazing places and doing things she loves together. Royal loves surprising his girlfriend and spoiling her. He loves treating her like the princess she is. He loves respecting, supporting, and loving her. He loves making her laugh and smile. He loves seeing her face lit up. And there was the other page. Face lit up and smiling. He loves taking care of her. He loves making his relationship passionate. Royal loves growing, learning, taking courses, mentorships, contributing, and achieving. Royal loves building a massive profitable business and contributing and achieving. Royal loves building a massive profitable business that adds value and helps thousands of people like yourself. Royal loves making money and living his dream lifestyle full of happiness, excitement, love, security. Royal loves independently thinking and reflecting back to improve, grow, iterate. Royal loves leveraging people, systems, tools to grow his business and impact more people. Royal loves public speaking in front of big crowds and making them wow. Royal loves motivating and inspiring others to help them improve their lives and become whoever they want to become and achieve their dream life. Royal loves being coachable, like adaptable, and adaptable to changes in their environment. Royal loves strategically planning his life, short-term and long-term and mid-term. Royal loves being accountable, responsible, and create meaningful and lasting relationships. Royal loves working out, eating healthy, and going outdoors. Royal loves creating and shooting videos and creating amazing Facebook ads and contents that gets him results, like doing videos like this. Even though it's very intense and there's a lot of intense energy being manifested through me, and I'm answering a lot of collectives answers and questions and things like that. I'm being the answer itself while I'm being the question itself. Royal loves speaking to his clients to understand their current and desired situation better and how he can help them get fucking awesome results for his clients and working with high ticket clients. Royal loves to face his fears front on and being afraid of nothing. Royal loves reading books, constantly learning and growing. He loves questioning everything. Royal loves supporting his family and taking care of them. Royal loves to consistently send daily direct messages, have conversations, making sales offers. Royal loves being accountable, responsible, and create meaningful, lasting relationships. Royal loves managing his money, understanding business, money, and finances. Royal loves doing strategy sessions every single day from whenever it wants and from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Royal loves getting results for his clients and making them wow. Royal loves being bold, serious, and have some thick skin and confronting people face on. So that was the examples that I read from the second page. Now I'm going to show it to you. And I'm going to show you something cool right now, okay? So I'll just show it section by section. So that is one section, the top part. You can see how detailed it is. And then you can see how detailed that is. You can see there's lines here. This stuff is from before 2021. Like, you know, that says Plug version 4.0. That is this long thing. So I just basically, in the beginning, when you get this document, when you're writing things down, there may be things like very brief things like that, but then you come back and take them and add more detail like that, like long sentences or long paragraphs. But in the beginning, you may not be able to write a detailed thing like that. That's okay, just write it like that. Very simple, it's fine. So you can see how that evolved to that. But I still kept that version. I still made some improvements to that, because that is, remember, the energy from the past, present, future. It's the energy that is serving as fuel for that. And those are some more examples I shared with you. And then it says, how would other people gossip about Royal? It says, have you seen how Royal was acting all strange, howling, meowing, and roaring? The funny thing is I wrote that question and I was like, and then I kept hearing people saying, oh, have you seen how Royal is acting all strange and meowing and howling and roaring on the street? I just saw his feedback. And then I say, did you see how Royal transformed his life and he has become a completely different person? I mean, look at me now. Look at me a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Have you seen how Royal moved into his dream apartment? Well, that happened in 2019. I lived in it for like almost 22 months. In, I think it was in Akondakat, like floor 31, like pretty much like almost halfway in that other building, the tall one. It was a fun experience. But now I want to take it a little bit further. I want to experience what it's like to live in a penthouse. And I have this friend, Alex Povey, and he has this, like, he lives in this penthouse, and I was like, I got really inspired by that. I was like seeing other people around me living in penthouses and in living their dream life and everything, the things that they want in their unique expression, and that inspired me more to have more faith in myself, to trust in the process, trust the universe, to be patient, because it is already happening. It's already happened. It is happening. And then it says, have you seen how Royal is achieving some awesome things? Have you seen how Royal is growing his business and how he is so confident? Have you seen how Royal is speaking at different business and personal development events alongside some of the world's top leaders, gurus, and gods? So confident, powerful, and driven. Have you seen how he has helped his family so much? Have you seen how Royal donates and helps charities? Have you seen how Royal has transformed himself? He was a ghost for a long time, and now he is absolutely smashing it, making a ton of money, so fucking driven and successful. This is what I mean. Like, once you write down the things that you want to experience, then write it as questions, like how you want other people to, in a sense, gossip about you. In a sense, it says empowering gossip. But again, gossip is gossip. It's just feedback, isn't it? It's just energy. And you can let it affect you, demotivate you, de-inspire you. It doesn't matter how people say, they say whatever. You just take that as energy and eat it and put it as fuel to manifest your dreams more. The things that you want. Like, use it as fuel like that. That's the shape of a heart inside of it. Don't let the purity of your heart get affected by what people say about you. And then it says, have you seen how this guy is getting amazing results for his clients and making a ton of money helping others? Have you seen how, oh, let me hold it the other way around. Fucking wind. Oh, we got this thing, remember? Pretty cool tool, right? Such a useful tool. Have you seen how Royal goes traveling all the time to exotic places? Have you seen how Royal moved into his dream apartment in Manchester City Centre? Already happened. Did you see how Royal bought his dream car, the Tesla Model S, plate white, whatever? Have you seen this guy does awesome photo shoots? Have you seen how Royal has such a happy and passionate relationship? Have you seen how Royal built his consulting business to £5 million pound per year and so on? You know, and then there's some blank space there, which is like some other extra universal cosmic infinitum gossip about me that happens in the spiritual realm. Apparently I am a spiritual celebrity. At least I hope so. Or I have faith so. So now what I want you to do is rate this video on a scale of 0 to 144%. If you say minus, or say you can say this video, this content you shared, well, it wasn't